The people that have been acting in that way need to be prosecuted, not celebrated.
We must stop more industry.
This was the first protest action taken by climate activist group Disrupt Burrup Hub.
The whole day was very surreal because I was walking to the art gallery in the full knowledge that I was about to commit a crime.
An iconic Australian painting by artist Frederick McCubbin spray painted with the logo of oil and gas giant Woodside. The perspex which protected the painting is now an artefact.
The museum has acquired the perspex from the Disrupt Burrup Hub action at the Art Gallery of WA last year.
It's a move which has drawn the ire of some politicians.
It is an absolute insult to industry and the people of Western Australia. Throw it in the bin.
Do you accept that the reason that they have done it as a sort of preservation of history is legitimate?
No, I don't accept that. We don't keep our train carriages that people have graffitied. We don't do that. We clean the graffiti off because it's illegal behaviour.
Disrupt Burrup Hub is a group of environmental activists who have been escalating their protest in Western Australia since the group formed in January 2023. Vandalism,
Security!
Infiltrating and stink bombing Woodside's annual general meeting,
Please don't move!
and allegedly attempting to throw paint at Woodside CEO Meg O'Neill's home. More than a dozen members have been charged and some convicted with criminal offences related to their activism.
We all must stand up to our moral obligations in this time. And that might look quite unusual, but for each of us, there's a kind of calling, I guess, that we have to do the right thing by future generations.
Joanna Partaker was convicted of criminal damage and ordered to cough up $7,500 for her stunt at the gallery. She was protesting Woodside's gas developments at Murrujuga, or the Burrup Peninsula in WA's north.
People are up in arms over a bit of spray paint on a piece of perspex that did not damage the painting and was never intended to damage the painting. I'm not saying that vandalism should not be illegal, but I think in service of a bigger cause, it's like we've lost sight of the bigger picture.
Joanna's protest was just one in a trend of environmental activism across the world in recent years. They are reckless acts which put art and culture at risk, according to some critics like art advisor and valuer Ainsley Gatt.
I don't believe anyone should go into galleries and damage artworks because it creates the potential for copycats to do so. And although this piece of artwork did have perspex, someone might go in and damage an important artwork that does not have perspex, and it's gone forever. So, no, I don't agree with her choice of protest, but I do understand it.
The WA Museum's decision to acquire the spray-painted perspex has brought on debate about who gets to write history.
Will the government order a review of the West Australian Museum's acquisition practices in light of this incident?
Order, please. The Premier.
Receiving this piece probably isn't something that we would have supported, and we urge the museum to exercise common sense in making decisions around its use. But this is not a decision for government.
Sure.
I am not the chief censor. It is not my job to look over the shoulder of arts organisations and decide what they should or shouldn't do or should or shouldn't exhibit.
Acquisition of this piece neither reflects the museum supports the cause, nor particularly does it support the vandalism of cultural property. In fact, it condemns it.
The museum acquired the piece for free from the gallery and says its decision was independent of outside influences, including Woodside itself, which is a major sponsor of the museum.
We would not go to third parties to, endorse or approve that, because that would imply, sort of control censorship. But of course, as soon as we knew we were in touch with our colleagues at Woodside, who have been extremely supportive.
In a statement, artist Frederick McCubbin's family supported the museum's decision, saying it's the museum's job to collect material significant to the state's cultural life, and that McCubbin's painting was an effective palette for the protest against fossil fuels.
For the museum to acquire the perspex, I understand it. It has cultural significance. You know, the museums are places to have difficult conversations. And, you know, this is a difficult conversation to have, but it is something, it is a part of West Australia's cultural interest.
I think one of the important things is we often hear that phrase, well, you know, history will judge it. But, you know, what is history? And there are many different perspectives on these issues, and we want to ensure that they're captured. And that's what we do. That's what modern museums do. It's our job.
And we must disrupt Barat Hub now.
I don't think that I will ever stop trying to bring attention to this. I'm not sure exactly what form that will take, but I will continue to campaign on this and to bring attention to that, because somebody needs to do it.